Hello and welcome to yet another game of the Dad's Premier League. This is Division A, a game between United Gladiators and the OIS Tigers. As we come to you live from the Fatima grounds, let me introduce our team before we get to the game. The camera work is handled by Suresh, scorer Harsh, operator Mihir, photography by Ritwik and myself Pranav. And we bring the game to you live, as I said, from the Fatima grounds. And this is what happened at the toss. The United Gladiators won the toss and opted to bowl. And the two opening batters are Manav and Abhishek for the OIS Tigers. And Ritesh will open the bowling. So here we go. First ball. Maybe a wide to start with. As you would already be aware, we are in the power play phase where you have two fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Be called a wide? Yes, it does. So two fielders outside are deep backward point. And deep square leg. Oh, big shout, and up goes the finger. That's the first wicket for the Gladiators as he gets him LBW trapped right in front, and that would have been crashing on to the middle stump. So Ritesh picks up his first wicket, 2 for 1. So Ajit walks out to the middle after the fall of first wicket. Couple of wides to start with, but then got an absolute jaffa to get the batter trapped out, LBW. Similar sort of field. You have third man and deep backward point outside the 30-yard circle. Nicely bowled. That'll be a leg by to start with. Still the same sort of field. Ring on the offside to prevent the cut shot. Man at extra cover is a few yards inside the 30-yard circle. Nicely bowled. Play and a miss. Very nicely bowled. Feet not reaching the ball enough to take a cut shot back to deep backward point. A lot of vacant spaces on the leg side for them to score the boundaries. Full and ball and nicely driven away. For a cross, for a single. Good bit of cricket all around, good fielding, and a good throw as well to the keeper. So final ball of the first over. That'll be a wide, third wide of the over. Not happy with himself. Ritesh trying to get some lateral movement. Full and ball and nicely played as well. Five and a wicket. 5 for 1. So Puneet comes into the attack. 5 for 1 after the first over. So now the third man's inside the circle, and you can see a deep extra cover now in place, suggesting the length would be a lot fuller from beneath. That'll be a wide to start with. Only one run has been scored off the bat so far. Rest all have been extras, 5 extras, 3 wides and a leg by in the previous over. Then a wide to start with in this one. So change in field now, long off drops back and the man at deep point comes inside the circle. Still operating with an extra cover. Deep extra cover. Very interesting field. Still suggesting the lines be outside the off stump. Gone. Trying to take the aerial route and doesn't get any connection on that one. So it's the second wicket. Falls down. Courtesy of some good catching by the man at short third. Good bowling as well. Take a look at the replay. Full length ball. Tries to go for the big expansive drive. Gets a thickish outside edge and a good catch by Puneet. So the second wicket down. 6 for 2. So 6 for 2. Naveen comes out to bat. They've been getting some movement off the surface with this newish ball. And if you look at the field, very interesting. Still a deep extra cover. And no one behind square on the offside. They're operating with a long off in place. The man at extra cover is a few yards inside the circle. Nicely tapped away. Smart bowling so far from both these new ball bowlers. Hitting the right lengths, and the line has been pretty straight on the off stump, not giving anything to play away on the leg side. Oh, nicely bowled. Thickish inside edge, rolls down to square leg for a single as Naveen gets off the mark. Pretty steady start from the Tigers. Couple of wickets already in the power play. Wants a single, but he's sent back by his partner. Ajit yet to get off the mark. It's been a good bit of camera work following the ball. That'll be a wide. Play and a miss. Won the single, but it's denied by his partner. The ball wasn't there for the cut. Playing too close to his body here, Ajit. Been an excellent over so far. Couple of wides and a single. Three of the over so far. Final ball of the second over. That's chipped away on the offside. Does it have enough legs? Nope, it doesn't. And they come back for a couple of runs. 10 for 2 after 2 overs. So Ritesh continues. 10 for 2. Ajit got off the mark of the previous last ball of the previous over. That's nicely bowled again. Keeping the batters on their toes. Yeah. Still operating with a man at third man and backward point. So different field for Ritesh here. Whereas for the other bowler it was, I think, Puneet. It was more of a long off and deep extra cover. So suggesting that the length would be a little more shorter, or they take off for a single here. Might have been very interesting had the ball been taken very cleanly here. Good running between the wickets. Good calling by the two batters. Chipped again. Has he found the gap? Yes, he has. So the first boundary of the innings from the bat of Ajit. He's been looking to break free here. Full length ball, clears his front leg and just chips it over extra cover. And no one down there, that'll always go to the boundary. First foolish ball from Ritesh and gets the treatment. Still operating with the same sort of field. Playing a miss and they scamper across for a bye. Very nicely bowled. That means the off stump by a bit. Come back for a bye. So 6 of the over so far, including that bye. Not let the batters break free here, the two new ball bowlers. Short ball that's been chipped away through square leg for 4. Second boundary of the over. 10 came of that one. As you look at the replay, short length ball, just check, chips it through square leg. 20 for 2. So 20 for 2, Puneet continues. Couple of boundaries in the previous over. Couple of check shots. Have gone for 4. A little bit of momentum now shifting towards the Tigers. Again checks his shot. Now the field for Puneet is long off and deep extra cover. The man at third man is a lot finer. And I think the keeper's called for the helmet here to prevent the batters from coming down the track. Yep, there you see, keeper's up to the stumps now. Cut away, but doesn't have great bit of timing as they come back for a single. Goes for the cut again. Just come back for a single. So dealing in singles as of now. Couple of boundaries in the last over. Taking calculated risks, especially Ajit, who's looked fluent so far, although a couple of balls have beaten through the bat. Not shied away from playing his shots. Again goes for that one and beats the man at short third. The second wicket actually fell that way of Puneet's bowling, but this time clears the man at short third. Thickish outside edge, wanted to take the aerial route through the offside. Just over the man at short third and runs down for 6 of the over despite that dot ball to begin with. 26 for 2. As we have a change in field, the man at long off comes inside the circle and the third man's now pushed back. fact, there is a flying slip. Oh, they take the single, and the umpire is not interested at square leg. As an appeal for run out, but he's given that as not out. Final ball of Puneet's over. Oh, that's through the hands. Won the second run, and they do come back. So 9 of that over, 29 for 2. So change in bowling. Couple of overs for the new ball bowlers. Ronak comes into the attack. As you take a look at the field, there's a man at deep backward point and deep extra cover. They're now pushing the man at deep backward point towards more of a backward point. Yeah. And there's a man at deep extra in on mid off inside the circle. Extra cover is a lot closer to the circle now. Very interesting to see what sort of lengths Ronak bowls. The line is pretty clear from the field. Oh, short of length, and that's been cut away. And that's gone for 4. Good effort in the deep, but I think the ball bounced in front awkwardly. Short of length, nicely cut away, beats the fielder at 30-yard circle, and it bounced a bit awkwardly in front of the fielder for 4. So Ajit is getting those boundaries at regular intervals. 4 to start the 5th over. The idea should be to actually set a nice little base in the power play. Yes, they've lost a couple of wickets. Should not stop them from scoring those runs. Play and a miss. Asking for a wide, but the umpire is not interested. As we've been talking about, it's very important for batters to just score runs and not think too much about the number of wickets that have already fallen. Through point, but this time he collects it well. It was wonderfully timed. The shot. Five of the over so far. So take a look at the field again. Still the same sort of field, deep extra cover. And T point in place. Play and a miss. Wanted to go for the cut. Fiercely cut. But doesn't get any bat on that one. Good take by the keeper. Kamesh doing an excellent work behind the stumps. Tries to cut that away, but they will get the single. The fielder's all right here. Maybe they want to put the man in, at extra cover inside and put back third man just to give enough protection for the sort of length that Ronald's operating with. Cut away, and as he beat the fielder, good work in the deep. 7 of the over, 36 for 2. So 36 for 2, Puneet continues. Final over of the power play. As we take a look at the field, still deep extra cover and a deep backward point. Very interesting length, very interesting field, and very interesting length. It's going to be asking Puneet to bowl a bit shorter. Check drives it. Has he found the gap? Nope, he hasn't. Nicely played by Ajit. 19 of 16 balls. Slow ball. And nicely negotiated by Naveen, who's been batting at 10 of 10, 10 of 11 balls with that dot ball. One for 15 for Puneet. It is third over. Goes for the big hit, and that's gone. Comfortably taken at short third, and they're delighted. Look at the celebrations go. Third wicket down for the Tigers. As you take another look, second wicket in that region. Wanted to go for the big shot through the leg side. Doesn't get any timing, and a thickish stoppage to third man safely held. And they're delighted, as they should be. 37 for 3. 37 for 3. Bharat comes out to bat. Left-hander demands a change in field. Pretty offside packed field. Deep extra cover and deep backward point. Three balls left in the power play and round the wicket. Oh, beautifully bowled. I think there's a bit of bat on that one. Yep. Points to the batter. Yeah, thickish inside edge. Good call by the umpire. Good bit of bowling as well. Second wicket for Puneet. Tickled away fine and beats the man at short fine for 4 as Bharat gets off the mark. Comes inside the line and flicks it away beautifully off the pad. "41 for 3 and the final ball off the power play. Knocks him over. The leg stump is out of the ground. What a ball to finish the power play. Fourth wicket down for the Tigers. Second wicket of the over. Third one for Puneet. As we take another look, trying to go for the big shot down the ground, doesn't get anything and completely misses the ball. 41 for 4 after 6 overs. So 41 for 4, Puneet walks out to the middle. Power play done, and the team fielding side can have more than 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Long on, long off, pretty straight. Deep backward point, and a deep square leg. Rohan continues, cuts away, but doesn't get it past the man at short third. Just took a catch of the previous over. Ronak. Slow ball and nicely played. Wants the single, but it's denied by Puneet. Been very close had they come across for that single. So three dots in the over so far. In the air, and good work in the deep by the man at deep backward point. Just keeping that down to a single. Ajit 20 of 20, and he holds the key without a doubt. And Puneet needs to give him a hand here, at least till the 12th, 13th over mark. They can even go at a rate of a run a ball, should go past the 80, 90 run mark. Leaves that run away, lets it past to the keeper. He also understands the importance of this partnership, Puneet. Nicely bowled. So a couple of runs in the over, 43 for four after 7 overs. So 43 for four after 7 overs. Just 2 runs came of the last over. Still operating with the same sort of field. Oh, play and a miss. So Puneet for his final over. 3 for 19. Cuts it away. And didn't get more than a run here. Good field placement. Putting the right man at the right spaces. Deep extra cover, deep point, deep backward point, long on, long off the five fielders. No one down on the leg side, especially the shorter side of the boundary. So they're making them play at the longer side. Oh, that's gone through everyone. That'll be four byes. Stayed a bit low, and everyone was taken by surprise after the ball. Some good bit of cricket all round. Does well not to get strangled. Oh, gone! Tries to take that risk by paddling it away through fine leg, but his off stump is out of the ground. And half of the side is now dismissed under 50 runs. Tries to go for the paddle, misses that one completely, And Puneet is delighted after picking up his fourth wicket. 48 for 5. So 48 for 5. Varun comes out to bat. Oh, very nicely bowled. It's been in a fabulous rhythm, Puneet. 4 for 20. It's final ball of Puneet's spell. Just tapped away. Oh, direct hit and up goes the finger. Six wicket down, a direct hit from the man at mid off. In fact, mid on, beg your pardon. And he's given out on field. Varun, think it is. Yeah, excellent call on field. As we take another look at that one, Puneet tries to take the single and is rightly sent back by his partner. And that's gone. So 48 for 6 after 8 overs. So Ronak continues 48 for 6. Puneet finishes at 4 for 20. Crisply driven but straight to the fielder. Man at extra cover is a few yards inside the circle. What a throw by the man at mid on. Varun wanted a single. Goes for the big hit, but excellently bowled. This is sensible bowling from all the bowlers. Goes for the big hit. Just on the bounce to the man at long off for a single. Sahil is the new man in. To be the skipper of the side. 50 on the board with that wide. Nicely cut away for a single. Nicely bowled. Goes for the big hit. And that's been drilled down the ground for 4. What a shot that is. Full length ball. And the long levers of Puneet coming into full force here. Straight as an arrow to end the over. 57 for 6. It's a spin introduced for the first time. So take a look at the field. Deep extra cover. Deep shot. And it's flat batted for 6. Rajesh is welcomed with a 6. What a shot as the ball returns back to the circle. Full toss and takes full advantage of that one, does Sahil. It's gone all the way. As we check the field, long on, long off. Oh, that's beautifully bowled. Deep extra cover. No one down behind the square of the wicket in the deep. There's a man at deep square leg. Short ball. And does that reach the boundary? Nope, good footwork. Or has that reached the boundary? Nope. Good footwork in the deep by the man at deep square leg. And good bit of camera work as well to follow the ball. You can see the man down at deep square leg and some serious ground to cover. Full toss and that'll be a no ball. Should have taken the full advantage of that one, Sahil. And that'll be a free hit. Might have just missed out on that full toss. Could have hit it anywhere on the ground. So here we go. Free hit. It's in the air and lands safe. So deep mid wicket for just a single. 10 of the over so far. Little bit of momentum they are gaining in this over. Very interesting to see what Puneet does here. Oh, that'll be a no ball again. And that's gone through the keeper. Second no ball. And that'll be a free hit as well. I think that's slipped out of the hand here of the bowler. Took the keeper by surprise. Here we go, free hit for the second time to Sahil. This time takes the full advantage of that run. That's gone out of the ground. Fetch a new ball if you like. Yep. That's gone a country mile out of the ground. Through to the off stump. Knows that he's going to bowl that shot. And takes full advantage of that one through deep square leg for 6. 17 of the over so far. That's the sort of momentum that they wanted. And they've called for the new ball here. Six dot two no ball, 1-2 no ball, and a 6. 17 of the over so far. Sahil is turning it on here, being the captain of the side. Nicely bowled. Dot to finish that over. 17 came of that one. 75 for 6 at the halfway stage. And the players and umpires will take a drinks break. 75 for 6, 10 overs done. 17 came of that over. 75 for 6. Never changing ends. As Manish comes on to bowl. Oh, that's nicely played. Brings out the little helicopter. Beneath. Down to long off for a single. Have a look at the field. No one at square, behind square, in fact, on the leg side, deep mid wicket, deep square leg, long on, long off, and deep point. No one at fine leg. It's coming round the wicket, Manish. So no one for the sweep. Just plays it down to deep mid wicket for a single. Wonder what's the chat that these two batters have had. Go on. Manish is delighted, and an excellent take by the keeper. Kamesh goes for the cut and ends up taking a bottom edge. He's distraught with himself. Puneet goes for the cut and a fabulous take behind the stumps. The umpire had no hesitation to raise his finger. 77 for 7. Sharat comes out to bat. 77 for 7. And he's wearing the jersey number 7. Sharat. All sevens. Styles batting on 17. Sea of sevens. As you can see, a change in field. The man at deep square leg has come into this inside the circle. So now man at deep extra cover. Deep mid wicket, long on, long off, and deep point. The regular field set. And Sharad gets off the mark. What a take by the keeper, Kamesh. Excellent work behind the stumps. That'd be a wide. Turned a little too much. Good leave by Sahil. Wants a single, but he's sent back by Sharad. 79 for 7, 4, and a wicket came of that one. Deepak comes into the attack. More spin for the Gladiators. 79 for 7, 9 overs left in the innings. So the first target would be to actually play the full 20 overs. They can get maximum runs. Again, round the wicket. Leg spinner. And nicely punched away by Sharad for a single. Down to long off. So the plan by the Gladiators has been pretty simple. Trying to make the batters play on the longish side of the ground. Offside being a lot smaller from this end where the bowler is bowling. There's a change in field, I think. Yeah, the man at extra cover comes in and they've sent a deep square leg back. Especially for that flat sweep that he plays. Sahil got a 6. Of Rajesh is over. That'll be a wide. Eighty-one for 7, and Sahil very rightly holds the key. Goes for the flat sweep again. Ends up getting a thickish stoppage. Holds down to third man. They don't take the single on offer. Goes for the big shot and ends up missing that one altogether. A dead ball. 85 for 7. Beg your pardon, 81 for 7. Play and a miss. Top edge and runs short. Goes for the big shot, and good bit of work by the man at deep extra. In fact, extra cover as they come back for a couple of runs to end the over. 84 for 7. Play and a miss. Stepped away too long on for a single. So a couple of singles. That's hitting down the leg stump. Again a mild shout for LBW. And the score sorted here, 89 for 7. Sharat trying to get a move on here. Nicely tapped away to point. You have a man at deep extra cover. Man at mid wicket is inside the circle, and now he comes in. The man at deep extra cover, and the man at square leg just touches back to the boundary. 89, 90 on the board, in fact. That'll be a wide, I think. Nope, came off the pad. Signals the square leg umpire. So leg by to finish 91 for 7. So 91 for 7. 13 overs. Deepak continues. 95 for 7, in fact. Goes for the big shot. Does Sharad. Beg your pardon, Sahil. And he's caught at extra cover. 8th wicket down. Wanted to take the aerial route. And he's a bit distraught here. Sahil. As you take a look at the replay. Big shot. Wanted to take the aerial route. Couldn't get any timing on that one. And a simple catch to the man at extra cover. So 91 for 8. Another man with the jersey number 7 walks out to the middle. 91 for 8. This innings didn't get going anywhere. Nishant walks out to the middle as Deepak picked up his first wicket. Very nicely bowled and very nicely negotiated as well. Good work behind the stumps. 91 for 8, and Sharad has a word with Nishant here. Don't want to lose a lot of wickets. Just a couple of wickets remaining. Want to get as many runs as possible here. 91 for 8. Has he found the gap? Yes, he has. 91 for 8 now on the board with that 4. Beg your pardon, we had some glitch with the scoring. Nicely goes on to the back foot and finds the gap through backward point. Had enough legs on that one to go to the boundary as Nishant finds his first boundary. See a little change in field. For the earlier ball, the man at point was a little more finer and now closed the gap. Wants a single and sent back. Slight miscommunication between the two batters. 91 for 8. '95 for 8, in fact. Nicely tapped away. Still don't get the single here. '95 for 8. Hit that boundary. It's over. Cut and a miss to finish the over. 95 for 8. So 95 for 8, 14 overs done. Manish continues 1 for 6. As Deepak picked up his first wicket in the previous over, Sahil wanted to go the aerial route. Goes for the big shot and on the bounce to the man at long on, doesn't take the single. Sharad. So dot to start with. I think he's made his mind up here. Not to hang around. Now takes the single on offer. Down to long on. And now they're setting an attacking field here. Man at extra cover is a few yards inside on the catching position. Deep extra cover. Long off. Long on. Man at square leg still inside. Goes for the cut and misses. Deep point. Long off, long on. Deep mid wicket. No one behind square on the leg side. Chance. Nope. Doesn't take the single either. Good bit of cricket all around, and they have a laugh about the throw. Six for 8. What's the man kid? That's Manish. Just warns him, I think. And they have a laugh about that one. On the track and stops single. Manish trying to keep Nishant on strike as much as possible. The Gladiators have been all over the Tigers so far in this game. Goes for the cut and misses that one again. "96 for 8, 5 overs left in this game." Deepak continues 96 for 8, 5 overs left in the innings. Sharad on strike. Deep mid wicket, long on, long off, deep extra cover and deep point in place. No one behind square on the leg side at 45. Goes for the big hit and connects it well, does Sharad for his first 6 as he brings up the 100 on the board. Set up nicely, full length ball, picked the length early and just whacks it away through long on for 6. What a shot. And to do that under pressure, immense courage. Goes again. Has he found the gap? Nope, he hasn't, but takes the single on offer. I think the plan's very clear here by Sharad and Nishant. "103 for 8. 7 runs of the first 2 balls. What can Nishant do here? Goes for the big hit and just takes a single. Well done to Nishant to bring Sharad on strike. Batting at a strike rate of 130. Sharad. Oh dear. That's been whacked away for 6. Second 6 of the over, and that's called a no ball as well. That'll be a free hit. takes the full advantage of that full toss, Sharad, and that's well over the man at long on for six. Goes again, and this time even bigger. Third six of the over, and he's turning it on here, Sharad. Full length delivery and just whacks it away through long on for six. 21 of the over so far. Taps it through long off. And he's just come back for a single. 22 of the over, and all of a sudden, the momentum shifts towards the Tigers. All Nishant has to do is just to play this ball to its merit. Taps it away straight to the bowler. 22 came off that one. 118 for 8, 4 overs left. So 118 for 8, 4 overs left. They've called for the helmets as the pace bowlers coming into the attack. It's 118 for 8. Goes for the shot but doesn't clear the man at third man. Big over that. Good bowling. Nicely chipped away. They want the second run but don't get it. Play and a miss. Oh, nicely played. But don't take the single on offer here. 119 for 8. Oh, nicely bowled. Very nicely bowled by Ritesh. As we come to the end of the over, 119 for 8. So 119 for 8. Sharad on strike. 3 overs left. Ronak comes on to bowl his final over. As we take a look at the field, deep mid wicket, long on, long off, deep point, deep extra cover. Takes the single down to long off. Man at short fine for the sweep. Oh, does it take the single in fact? Does he? Nope, doesn't. Oh, he does in fact. And they scamper through for a leg by to get 120 on the board. 121 for 8. Brings back Sharad on strike, very importantly, even though it's a leg by. Slight adjustments on the field. Yeah, what will Sharad do? Play and a miss. Be very interesting to see what sort of approach he takes here against the Pacers. Took down the spinner. Deepak got 22 runs courtesy of that no ball. Play and a miss again, not given as a wide. Couple of balls left in the over. Can he find a boundary here and then retain the strike off the last ball? Go through square leg, go through extra cover. Just takes a single of the second last ball. And all Nishant has to do is just to negotiate the last ball. 122 for 8. Partnership slowly helping them recover here. Wants the single and takes it. 1, 2, 3 for 8. 2 overs left in the innings. So a couple of overs remaining. Ritesh in for the final over of his spell. 1 for 14. Play and a miss. Good work. Good take behind the stumps. As a shy at the batter's end. "123 for 8. Oh, nicely played. Down to backward point for a single. And importantly, Sharad is back on strike. He's been doing the bulk of scoring. 29 of 20 balls. It's to hit a few boundaries here to take them past 145, 150. That's possible. Very much possible with the man on strike. Goes for the big hit. Wants a second run. No, he doesn't get it. Couldn't time that really well. Excellent bowling. Need boundaries here, these few deliveries. Very important over. Can Nishant get a boundary here? Oh, wants the single, but he's sent back. Direct hit would have been a goner. Doesn't score the direct hit. The man had shot extra. Good backing up by the keeper. Kamesh has been excellent behind the stumps. And good backing up as well. Just 2 runs of the over. Now it doesn't take the single either. This is excellent bowling by Ritesh. Bowling to his field. Now takes the single. This is not ideal for the Tigers. Keeping Sharad off strike. 126 for 8. 1 over left. So final over of the innings. Manish will bowl his final over. 1 for 7 of 3 overs. Now takes the single. Now Sharad will have to play the entire over here. They have to get anywhere close to 140, 150 to play the full over. 30 of 21 balls. 1 for 8. For Manish. And here we go. Take a look at the field. Deep mid wicket. Deep square leg, long on, long off, and deep point in place. What can Sharad do here? 5 balls in the innings. Tries to get the big hit, and that's a good catch. Third catch in that region. And an excellent innings comes to an end as Sharad walks back. 9th wicket down for the Tigers. Tries to go for the big shot, bowled it wide. Does Manish. Thickish top edge and a fantastic catch. by the man at short third. Think that's Deepak. Yep. 127 for 9. 4 balls left in the innings. As Nimit is off the mark. Is it short? Nope, in fact, given as buys. Nicely played. Won the second run. Shy the bowler's end, in fact, batter's end, and that's given out on field. That's the end of the innings. 10th wicket down, courtesy of a run out at the striker's end. And that's it. The Tigers are 129 all out. And the Gladiators require 130 runs of their allocated 20 overs as we take a look at the replay. That's it. 130 to win of 20 overs. We'll be back after a short break for the chase. So welcome back for the chase. 130 to win off the allocated 20 overs and outwork the two openers for the United Gladiators, having won the toss and restricting the Tigers to 130 runs, like 129 all out. So Deepak and Rajesh open the batting and Nishant opens the bowling. As we bring this coverage to you live from the Fatima grounds, and I introduce the team. Camera work done by Suresh, scorer is Harsh, operators Mahir, photography by Ritwik, and myself Pranav to take you through this game. As we gear up for the chase, 130 to win of 20 overs at 6.5 runs and over. Here we go. All set for the chase. Nicely driven. Wants the single but is sent back by Deepak. That'll be a wide. Yep, given as wides. So first runs on the board, courtesy of that wide down the offside. Oh, that's beautifully picked away. That's gone all the way for six. First six of the chase. Full length ball on middle stump and just picks it away for six, does Deepak. Off the mark in style. Firmly driven down the ground for four. So back to back boundaries for Deepak. Nicely driven and beats mid on comfortably enough for four. Stepped away for a single. Play and a miss, and that's gone through everyone. Four byes. Nicely bowled. Back of length, and that's gone through the keeper for four. 16 of the over so far. A ball left. So single down to mid wicket to end the over. 17 without a wicket after the first over. So Abhishek comes into the attack. Let's miss the leg stump. Starts with a wide and a bye. As you take a look at the wide again, let's miss the leg stump by some bit. Through the gap, down to short fine. Might not have the legs to go for four, but they come back for a couple of runs. Very nicely bowled. Full length. Mild shout for LBW. The umpire is not interested. Oh, big shot. Take that, says Deepak. Second six for him. Second six off the chase. As they are motoring along here, the Gladiators. Again, full length ball and picked off a length through deep mid wicket for six. 10 of the over so far, still a couple of balls to left. Goes again and six again. Back to back sixes for Deepak and he's raced away to 25 of just 9 balls. What a shot. Back of length. Waited on that one and just picked away for 6. Same area, same region and same result. 16 of the over so far, still a ball to come. 33 for no loss. Play and a miss. Corrects his line and ends with a dot. 33 without a wicket after 2 overs. So Nimit comes on to the attack. Deepak has been just motoring along at a strike rate of 450. Goes down the ground and good footwork at mid on. Stops a certain boundary, I'd say. .34 for no loss. Goes again through mid wicket for 6. He's turning it on here, Deepak. 31 of 12 and he's already taken the score past 40. 40 without a wicket. That'll be a wide, I think. Yep, given as wide. Play and a miss. Goes again and 6 again. Oh, taken in fact. Falls into the trap. And the onslaught comes to an end. I thought for a moment that's gone all the way for 6. But he's caught at deep mid wicket. Captain Sahil takes the catch. First wicket down as Deepak falls for 31. Excellent innings, I'd say. Goes for the big shot. Doesn't have enough timing on that one and straight to mid wicket. And the captain's delighted. So Rajesh, in fact, beg your pardon, Ankit comes out to bat. Play and a miss. All of a sudden, that wicket has put the brakes on the scoring. Play and a miss again. Oh, finds the gap, I think. Yes, he does. Power play in force. Two fielders outside the 30-yard circle. That'll always go to the boundary. Short of length and beats the man at short extra cover for four. Oh, goes for the big shot. Doesn't have enough timing on that one. Down to deep mid wicket for a single. Oh, that'd be a dead ball. Just pulled out at the end moment. Come off the bat, I think. Yep, beats the keeper as well to get the 50 on the board. For one inside the power play. 50 for one after 4 overs. 9 came of that one. And knocks him over. Brings out the Ronaldo celebration, does Abhishek. Second wicket down. Tries for the pull, doesn't bounce enough. And does a Mohammad Siraj. Does Abhishek. Second wicket down for 50 runs. 50 for 2. So 50 for 2, Sandeep comes out to bat. Abhishek picks up his first wicket. It's all happening after that start from Deepak. Couple of wickets. Oh, very nicely bowled. Good length as well. Nicely bowled and just tapped away for a single. That's given on field. Third wicket down. The batter looks distraught as we take another look at the wicket here. Oh, that's very, very close. Indicates bat, but that's given out on field. 51 for 3 as Abhishek picks up his second wicket. So 51 for 3, Lokesh comes out to bat. This is turning out to be a very, very interesting game now. 3 wickets, and all of a sudden, what started as a blistering start, now looking a little iffy here. 51 for 3. Two new batters at the crease, Sandeep and Lokesh. Nimit continues. Can he pick up another wicket in the power play? Final over of the power play. Oh, play and a miss. Fifty-one for 3. Oh, flicked away. Will that reach the boundary? Yes, it does. Good bit of camera work as Sandeep gets his first boundary. 55 for 3. So 4 balls left in the power play, maximizing the start here. Can a play and a miss? Lokesh having a little word with Sandeep here, having gotten his first boundary earlier in the over. Required run rate just under 5, just over 5, beg your pardon. Very important to lose more wickets in cluster here. Oh, goes for the hook and just short of the man at third, shot third. Just getting a bit of extra bounce here, Nimit. As we take another look, short of a length ball, goes for the pull, take a stoppage and falls short of the man at third man. So we look at the field, deep mid wicket, deep square leg. Beg your pardon, it's a left hander, so yeah, deep mid wicket and deep extra cover. Goes for the drive and straight to the fielder. Sharad does well at short extra. Hopefully he's alright here. 56 for 3. And finds the boundary to end the over. 60 for 3. Bit of width, short of length, and beautifully timed through point for 4. 60 for 3. So the captains into the attack, 60 for 3 after the power play, and they are ahead by 19 runs. The Gladiators, the Tigers were 41 for 4. I think that could be the difference here despite operating with a slip in place. Long on. Mid off is inside the circle. No one back in the deep on the offside. Square of the wicket. Field is spread on the leg side. Short extra cover catching. There's a man at slip. Short third. Little wide. Now there's a man at deep point. Short and good work. Is turning around after bouncing in front of the fielder. Puts in the dive. Just keep it down to a single. Now the left-hander. Similar sort of field. Catching mid-wicket in place. Deep extra cover comes in. Long on, long off, deep point. And deep mid-wicket in place. Oh, that's very nicely bowled. They get the single across to mid-wicket. What's the second run? And a good throw. "62 for 3. And they need wickets here, the Tigers, to stay afloat in the game. 129 all out in 19.4 overs. On the track, lets that go. Good awareness to be on in the crease on time. Oh, very nicely bowled. This is good quality bowling. 62 for 3, couple of dots, couple of singles in this over. They can still get this run rate up if they can string a few dots. Still two new batters in the crease. Nicely punched away. Man. Oh, that is good bit of fielding. Good bit of footwork down at deep point. They scamper through for the third. Very late call to come back for the third run. But they eventually do come back. 65 for 3 now. Left-hander on strike to a leg spinner. Can he take the aerial route? Nope. Instead, takes a couple of runs to finish the over. 7 of that one. 67 for 3. 67 for 3. Siddharth comes on to bowl. Needs 63 of 13 overs. Run rate under 5 runs an over. Required run rate. Still operating with deep point. Long on, long off, deep mid wicket. And a deep square leg. Exactly where Sandeep just pushes it down for a single. Few men on the catching position. Square of the wicket. Need wickets here badly. Now for the left-hander, no one back down at square. They are now sending the man back at deep square leg. Deep extra cover comes inside the circle. Round the wicket. Very nicely bowled. Won the second run. And they do get it comfortably. That sort of feel, just a gentle tap would yield a couple of runs. They might want to add a fielder. Yep, now the fielder comes at short mid wicket from extra cover. Stop the couple of runs that they've just taken. 60 runs required. 12.4 overs. Ooh, that'll be a wide. Nope, not given as wide. Think hit the pad on the way. Nicely driven away for a single. 71 for 3. It's been, yes, they've lost 3 wickets, but it's been all too easy for the moment. For the Gladiators, looking pretty comfortable. Round the wicket to the right-hander. Who goes for the pull but called as a wide. Nicely tapped away down to deep extra cover for a single. Six of the over, still not a bad one despite that wide down the leg side to the right hander. It's all been too comfortable. They're not making them play in the front, in the way in the front. Now that foolish ball, single to end the over. Seven came off that one, 74 for three. 74 for three. Sahil continues. Still operating with a slip in place. Short mid wicket catching. There is a man at deep fine for the sweep. Deep mid wicket as well. Oh, nicely punched away as that found the gap. Nope. Nicely tapped away for a single down to point. Goes for the big hit and connects well this time for four. So Lokesh gets a move on here. Good work by the man at short mid wicket. Still get a single. Seven have come off this over so far. They need 49 now. 11.2 overs. Nicely bowled. Good pace on that one from Sahil. Good cricket all round. There's a man at point for catching. Oh, goes through. Just a single law. They come back for a couple of runs. Good work in the deep to just keep it down to two. Nine came of that one. 83 for three after 9 overs. So 83 for 3, 9 overs done. Having a conflab as to who gets a bowl. And change it bowling, I think. Pace bowler into the attack. Abhishek. Yep. Picked up a couple of wickets in his last over. Captain searching for wickets. As you take a look at the field, deep mid wicket. No one down at fine leg. Long on, long off. Deep extra cover and deep backward point. 5 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Very interesting line. Nicely bowled. And they come back for a couple of runs. It's all been too easy for this partnership. No real threats. And they're moving the man at short third down to short square leg. And no one down at third man, so can't afford any sort of width. That'll result in a 4. Catching mid wicket to stop the single. Full length ball and nicely played. .45 needed of 10.4 overs. So 64 balls available. Down the track, play and a miss. And the keeper has a shy. It's down the crease and was the right idea from the keeper to actually have a go. Halfway down the pitch. It's back in time. Thickish outside edge. They come back for a single. Come across for a single. Rather. Understandably, he's been the pick of the bowlers, so not taking a lot of risks against Abhishek. These two batters have been otherwise very proactive. Couple of balls remaining in this over. 3 has come off it so far. Deep cover, deep square leg, deep mid wicket, long on and long off. Very interesting deep cover in place. Short cover as well, catching. Stop the single. So final ball of the 10th over. 6 for 3. Tapped away down the ground. Single to finish. 4 came off that one. 87 for 3 after 10 overs. And the players and match officials take a drinks break. Back live 87 for 3, 10 overs. The OIS Tigers were 75 for 6 in the same phase. I think that's where they've lost quite a lot of wickets. In the end, got a bit of flourish from Sharad. Goes for the big hit and doesn't have enough timing on that one, but they will still get a couple of runs as Manav comes onto the attack. Chance of a run out. Nope, all safe in the end. Nicely played. Down to long off. Shout for LBW. Think that's heading down the leg stump. Yeah, long way down the leg stump. Good bowling by Manav. Couple of leg byes in this over. Tickled away. Does it have enough legs on it to run away for 4? No, it doesn't. Good footwork by Varun. Come back for the third run. Thanks to that bowling arm. Wants the fourth. And he's sent back. Seven runs of the over so far. Cuts. And cuts well for 4. 11 came off that over. Beautifully cut away. Got onto the back foot very early. And just nicely cut away, 99 for 3. 99 for 3, 31 required of 9 overs. Siddharth continues. Over the 6. Through the umpire. Or gently tapped away, but doesn't beat the man at short third. Ajit in that position. 100 on the board. 30 required. Cuts away and doesn't beat the man at point. Manav down at point. Flicks away. And the man at square leg has some work to do. Keeps it down to a couple of runs. 28 needed now. $102 for 3. Both batting at 25. Lokesh slightly at a better strike rate. 25 of 18, but Sandeep's innings is equally important. The wickets fell in clusters and he did a consolidation job. Cuts and misses. Couple of dot balls in this over. Down the track, man at long off. Does well to actually stop the boundary. For a moment, I think he lost the ball under lights. Wanted to take the aerial route, does Sandeep. Good jump, but does well to stop the boundary. 4 of the over so far. Still a ball left. Goes for the big shot again, but finds the man at long on. 5 of that over, 104 for 3. Manav continues. Boundary of his last ball of his previous over. As you take a look at the field here, leave extra cover, long off, long on. Pushing the man at short third, a little more finer. Catching backward point. Deep point in place as well. Or a little inside edge. Oh, that goes through everyone. Beats everyone through to the boundary for four. Signaled as buys, I think. Tries to move across. Maybe a thickish bottom edge. Runs down to third man boundary for four. Oh, given us wides, in fact. Five wides. Good work by the man at square leg. Skips it down to a single run. So 20 needed now. 110 for three. See a little change in field here. The one at fine leg for that paddle. Down the track, but smartly bowled. Chance of a run out. They take the single here. Full toss and takes full advantage of that one for four. Full toss on leg stump and just whacks it over. The man at square leg for four. Goes for the big shot. Has he cleared the man? No, he hasn't. In fact, good work in the deep. Oh, that's gone for four, I think. Nope. Nope. Hasn't gone for four. Just a single run. Think again, good work in the deep. And I've lost the ball under lights. Leading edge. Just falls short of the keeper. Very interesting over this. 116 for three. 12 came of that one. So change in bowling. Sharad comes on to bowl. Think he'll bowl some medium pace here. 14 required of 7 overs. Getting his field right. Long on, long off. Deep extra cover. Deep mid wicket. Full toss. And that's banged away for four. Starts the over with a boundary. Gentle full toss. And that's been put away for four. Through mid wicket. 10 required now. Wants the single. Doesn't get it. Nicely tapped away down to long on for a single. 5 of the 3 balls. Nicely flicked away. And they come back for a couple of runs. The man at square leg does a good job. So 8 came of that one. 124 for 3. So Varun comes on to the attack. 6 required. All remains of mere formality here. 6 required to win this game. Oh, very nicely bowled. Quick single. Just misses the direct hit at the non-striker's end. Now what will Lokesh do here? Find a boundary or maybe tap away for singles and finish the game? Oh, just missed the off stump. Good length ball, goes for the drive. Just misses the off stump. Does he still go for the boundary? You look at the field, long on, deep point, long off, deep extra cover, deep mid wicket in place, short mid wicket, catching, goes for the hook, and a tough catch down. Was travelling very quickly, and they come back for the overthrow, I think. Oh dear. Does that go to the boundary? Yes, it does. 5 runs, and that finishes the game. Couple of overthrows, and that wraps the game up. As we take another look at what happened to finish the game. Very interesting final ball to finish the game. Wanted a quick single, ended up getting a couple of runs. Tough catch, put down. But eventually the United Gladiators take the game by 7 wickets. They take another look. Short square leg, tough catch, put down as a shy at the striker's end. Misses, they come back for a couple of runs, and then the man at deep mid wicket has a big throw, misses the keeper, misses everyone, and goes for a boundary, which seals the game for the United Gladiators by 7 wickets. Hope you enjoyed the coverage. Until we see you next time, it's good night from all of us.